Well, my friends, I've just arrived to St. Louis. Yes, the gateway to the West and the gateway to Seyer Industries. Now, a great company started in 1957 with one of the best apprenticeship programs in the country. In fact, they have Apprentice of the Year from here as well. So I want to step inside, but Paul Jones will kill me if I walk in like this and do an interview. So I'm going to go change clothes, meet you guys inside. We're going to talk to Mark about the past, the present, and what the future looks like with investments like Starrag technology, Starrag machines. This is how you elevate yourself into the next level of manufacturing. Well, Mark, we've made it inside. I've gotten a great tour of your facility, Seyer Industries. Mark Seyer, by the way, guys. We actually got to borrow a little bit of his time. We know how valuable time is, so Mark, we appreciate you being here. I want to immediately connect with an audience. You are a third-generation American manufacturing company that works a whole lot in aerospace and defense. Would you mind describing a little bit about the history of Seyer Industries?
Yeah, absolutely, and thank you for coming out and taking your time to showcase what Seyer is all about here. So as you said, we're a third-generation family-owned business in the aerospace and defense industry. So my brother and I, leading the company now, he's CEO, I'm president, and we kind of have a dual role where he's more sales and finance-oriented, I'm more operationally, internally focused.
I mean, I was just walking through a 55,000 square foot facility that's somewhat new for you guys. I was talking to one of your guys, Chance. He said 10 years ago when I was here, it was a parking lot. So you're continually growing. We mentioned aerospace and defense already. You have recent investments, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. Would you mind, for an audience member out there that's learning about Seyer today, and might want to work with you, consider working with you. I also saw machine monitoring everywhere where you're at a 99-point-some% on quality products and ship rate. I mean, those are the answers we want with a quality partner. So would you mind describing some of what you're making for people out there?
Yeah, absolutely. And what I love about manufacturing is there's something for everybody here. So just because we machine and we manufacture metallic parts, there's so much support from the displays that you saw there, showing utilization, showing efficiencies, showing just different KPIs that are important to the company that helps us be transparent to our team members here on what we're trying to do. So when you look at who we're trying to hire, what we're trying to do here, we definitely need the technical trades, and it's huge right now in the industry to find those types of people. But then there's programmers, there's UI, UX interfacing, there's managing the accounts, there's program management, there's engineering. So there's dozens and dozens of different types of opportunities in manufacturing here. We actually, you haven't seen it, I don't think, but we actually do our own chemical processing. So we have a 15,000 square foot building that does nothing but dipping metallic parts into different chemistries to protect it from corrosion, pre-penetrant etching. We do penetrant and mag. So I mean, there's a whole bunch of different tangential jobs that come along with manufacturing.
Oh, you're right about that, Mark. And to go along with that, and to go along with that process you just described, along with a whole lot of others under the umbrella of Seyer, you really are doing almost everything in-house, and it's certainly as much as makes sense to do in-house, which allows the communication with your partners to be right there. What's happened? How can I help? How can I support you? Don't worry, we'll get it done. You know, all those kind of things are here under one roof. But maybe, just maybe, the most important thing that you guys do here is this apprenticeship program. I see companies around the country, constant conversations, labor shortage, I'm struggling to find people. I would take anyone. At this point, I'll take a middle schooler and train them how to do it if it was legal to get them into work already. But you have done such an amazing job with your apprenticeship program, bringing these young guys here. And I was told that there is a 93.7, almost 94% retention rate here at Seyer, because you guys do such a good job of keeping people, and there's a 100% retention rate of anyone who's gone through the apprentice program. Would you mind describing this apprentice program for everyone out there?
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a lot to unpackage there. It's great information, and we always look for, before we even get to the apprenticeship program, we look for the right culture. You know, we're family owned. We're not the Boeings or the big OEMs in the world. So we have to compete a different way, and that's through personal, emotional connections with our employees. So it's a term that's stolen from Disney. You got to have that PEC, that personal, emotional connection. So we really try to do a little more, or go the extra mile with all our employees or all of our team members when we bring them on board. And so that contributes to a lot to the retention rate that you mentioned, and we have to have that because we can't afford to hire two for every one that we lose. So as far as the apprenticeship program itself goes, we have 10 right now in class. So it's a 3-year program, and it's actually a partnership with the German-American Chamber of Commerce. It's an ICAT program, a lot of acronyms here, but the Industry Consortium for Advanced Technical Training. So we have partners, just like you mentioned, partners of Southwest Illinois Community College. We actually directly partner with them with this ICAT program. It's 3 years, 2 days at school, 3 days on premise here doing on-the-job training. And it's a great environment for the students to learn what advanced manufacturing really is. And it starts out very basic, manual, hand filing, hand chiseling, different types of metal, so you understand the difference between aluminum versus steel versus stainless, all the way up until year 3, you're setting up and doing the complex setups of running a CNC machine. So that's basically what we have here right now, and where we're standing in the apprenticeship program over here.
Appreciate you, Mark. Now, I have to say this for you, even though I'm gonna let you take the main portion of this part of the conversation. You guys have actually won an award recently as well. When we're talking about, I believe, 120 companies around the country who work in this ICAT world, right? But would you mind describing the award you recently won?
Sure, yeah. Within ICAT, there's 120 companies that are in the apprenticeship program. Seyer being one of those companies. And a year ago, I guess last year, we actually won the Apprentice of the Year award. So based on a number of different factors, the headquarters up in Chicago, they kind of evaluate all the different companies. And we were blessed to have be given that award. I mean, it's fantastic. It wasn't by, I will say it wasn't by chance, not our chance, our trainer, but we actually put a lot of work and effort behind it. So it's not just let them take the reins and do the work for us. We've invested time, we've invested money, we've invested just marketing, everything that we can do, because we see the importance of the next generation and what we're trying to accomplish here in the next 5, 10, 15 years. I will say also, and including to the Company of the Year, we had the Apprentice of the Year. So 120 companies. Within those companies, there is over 300 or 400 apprentices, and our employee, our ICAT trainee, was named Apprentice of the Year.
I mean, raise your hand if you think I should end the conversation right now, because that's so profound. I want to walk off camera and thank Mark for his time. I have to conclude with a little bit about the future of Seyer as well, though, because there's been some big investments. So I apologize. I'll have one more question. That was the mic drop moment. That was the end of the conversation, having that award and the Apprentice of the Year. I mean, phenomenal what you're doing here at Seyer. Thank you so much for sharing that, Mark. So you've made some investments recently, some really, really great investments. Starrag is one that pops out to me. And as I walk around your shop, you have dozens and dozens of machines around here. You've been around since 1957, but it shows with the apprentice program that you are thinking about the future. It shows with this investment in Starrag, you're thinking about the future. Would you mind describing a little bit about what the future of Seyer looks like and what you think Starrag is going to bring to this whole recipe, this whole equation for you guys?
Yeah, absolutely. We need partners in this industry. It can't be done just by Seyer. It has to be with partners within the industry. Starrag absolutely is one of those partners. And as a family-owned business, we have the ability to really take a little more risk than if we were with a big corporation. So we understand where the market's going, and we want to basically, play the puck where it's going, not where it's been. So we see the need in the industry for the types of product that a Starrag will help us produce. And that's when we went down the investigation line. We interviewed, a lot of different companies for the type of product that we needed. Starrag came out on top. We've made the investment, and we can't wait. We can't wait to get that thing installed and up and running. We've already had dozens of positive comments from our customers about how great it is that machine is going to be here at Seyer. So there's only a handful of them, a few dozen in the States itself. So being isolating ourselves to that kind of limiting competition it's huge.
No, you're right. I think even using that word isolation is a strong word that says we have leveled up and said we can take on these types of projects that not everyone can do, and that is what Starrag brings to the table. That's what Seyer does as well. For someone who now knows you, maybe I mean, the world already did. Who am I kidding, right? We already know who Seyer Industries are. You've been around.
I like
since...
your optimism.
I do. I'm a very optimistic guy. But let's pretend for a second there's one or two people out there that do not. What's your website? Where can we find you? Where can we learn more?
Yeah, you can go to www.seyerind.com. You can have all the information on there. We're on LinkedIn. I think we're on Facebook. All the socials out there. So just do search for us. We're out there. We're always looking for the right individual. Doesn't have to be the best individual, but the right one that fits our culture and fits our what we're trying to do for the future.
Very well said, Mark. For everyone watching, if you are a partner company looking for a reliable partner for your aerospace defense needs, Seyer is that company for you. If you're a young man or woman, in fact, maybe you're aging much like myself. I asked them earlier if I could join the apprentice program, and they said yes. So if you're looking for a change in careers, like Mark just said, they're looking for good people all the time. So if you're looking for that next career move, Seyer might be the place for you. We appreciate you all watching. Mark, thank you so much for your time. I know how valuable that can be as well, and we appreciate your time as well. We definitely know how valuable it is. Mark, thank you so much, brother.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it.